Listen, but what
Say
the
again?
catcher is just the JoJo thing that lied on the TV.
Sauromosaurus. We will call it Sauromosaurus.
Hey, I will not sit here.
That's where they keep the Woolworths free range chickens.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Comedians Roast the Headlines, a show where we look for headlines from all around the world that make us go, say what? And tonight I'm joined by R. Kelly to my left. I'm joined by Ocean Titan Safety Inspector below me. And of course, your name here has also joined.
It's an opportunity for sponsorships. If there's anybody out there that wants to sponsor my spot on the show, I'm certainly, I'm certainly open to selling myself. Absolutely.
In the words of Peter, in this economy.
In this economy.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do, man. Everybody's got a side hustle. This is mine.
Hello, Dylan. Thank you for tuning in. We are live early because, well, I don't know if anybody notices, but we've got a new look.
Oh yeah! Look at this! Look at this! We got the space. We got our own safe spaces, which is gonna be really awesome. I like this.
Slightly unsettling.
Why?
Yeah, red square. I like this, man. This
Yeah, I mean, like everybody's got their own little, thing.
monologue, articulation. Boom. There you go.
Okay, maybe not that one. This one.
Reading highlights. That's fantastic.
This is good, man.
And then a little spot for the comments, like it's easy to read and
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
some
Now the question
branding.
is, how much did you pay? How much did you pay Overking to design this?
Nah, I did it. You son of a bee.
We had a boost in the
So yeah, we were early and we decided to start the live early. So we're here, and nobody seems excited except for me.
I'm thrilled, man. I'm thrilled on the inside.
On the-
Like where it counts. Where it counts.
He's so thrilled.
All right. Well, someone who has also just tuned in now is Cameron saying, "Hey guys,
What's up, Engelbrecht?
it's good to see you, man. How's school going?" I think he's still in school, right?
Happy holidays.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can only be held back like 3 times. So he's probably going to Parliament next year.
All right. Well, while we get the show started, guys, here we go with our first article. Let me just double check and make sure everything. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
this thing.
The first article of the day is from hero to jobless. Woman fired after donating kidney to boss.
Oh, wait a minute. So
Maybe it was.
I'm sorry. Someone took severance package way too fucking literally here.
it's like
Maybe it was a bad kidney.
Yeah, I mean,
first thing that popped up in your heads, I'd imagine, gentlemen, is like, what kind of contract did she sign, and where? Where do you work? Where you can get fired for? Like,
On the other hand, how desperate was she for a promotion?
yeah.
Let's
good
find out what else happened in this
is that
situation. Individuals truly heart of gold kind that they'd hand over to someone in need, quite literally. And then there are literal monsters. No, one particular woman took it a step further and decided to gift one of the organs to her boss. That's quite a generous move, don't you think? But alas, it appears Big Boss wasn't exactly overflowing with gratitude. In a surprising turn of events, this woman found herself out of a job after her selfless act of donating a kidney.
Oh man, but fellas, you got to be honest. How do you turn down a kidney? Like when someone's offering you kidney, you go, nah, no thanks. So I bet he just accepted it out of courtesy, and then tapped to like, oh damn, I'm gonna have to fire you though.
I mean, there's in fairness, there's a big gap here. I'm guessing in the story.
Yeah,
So like
yeah.
I'm guessing. I mean, I'm just gonna. She donated the kidney, then she got fired. Like it could be like dot dot dot. Like what happened in the middle? Did she embezzle money? Was she
Well,
just terrible at her job? I mean, it's like I get it. Like, but a donated kidney doesn't mean you can never be fired. Ever.
according to an interview
The
with
point.
ABC News at the time, she said after the surgery, she turned into a whole different person, mean, heartless, treating me like I was beneath her. So it's the kidney's fault.
Hold on. There's no. Well, there is some science behind it. Studies, okay, more from a psychological point of view than a hard science one. But there have been studies that people that have donated organs, there will be maybe one character trait
Oh, word,
comes
word.
with it.
I, I
So
think I
maybe
think I've
the
read.
employee was the bad person to start off with, and then she just
No,
got a taste of her innocent.
I think I've read that study. That was the school of Wes Craven horror movies from the 1980s, right? Like where, yeah, the hand can get possessed, and then you get the hand, and you get the dreams of the guy who had the hand, right? No, did I lose
No.
every?
Almost, but slightly more scientific. So
All right.
yes, because we've got a new shiny layout. Yes, Peter, you are right.
Yeah.
Some
No, yeah, I don't know what more can be said about this one.
yeah.
Um,
To make-
I've never had an employer where I've gone, yeah, you. I'd give a kidney for you. Shit, most friends I would reconsider before going, yeah.
That's actually true. I've never. Yeah, I don't think I would do it for.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot
wouldn't like
of story. Paul, you're right. There's a whole mini series or like a B story here.
Huh?
We
Yeah, coming to Netflix. It's coming. It's,
Should have just offered the chicken and mushroom pie instead of the steak and kidney. Not a bad comment. Not a bad comment. All right.
no, not bad. Not bad.
All right. Next headline is it's not your imagination. The internet is slow in South Africa right now, and here's why. So, in case you haven't noticed, the internet has been slow for the past few days, weeks maybe, and apparently it is because of a West African cable system, which is the WACS, and the South African Atlantic 3, SAT-3, undersea cables have been experiencing breaks, which have been impacting internet connectivity in the country. The breaks were...
They need to stop taking breaks. Come on. Come on, people.
They're having a Kit Kat. Breaks were reportedly caused by a rock fall in the Congo Canyon.
Anya.
Hold on, someone. Okay, firstly, it's been 15 years and Eskom was supposed to repair the electricity. So you're telling me for the next 15 years we're not going to have fucking internet?
Yeah,
And then secondly,
we
it
just take.
sounds like such a, yeah, and then secondly, it sounds like such a fucking Africa excuse. Africa as a whole. The undersea cables are fucked because there was a rock fall on land in a canyon.
I don't think it's in I think it was underwater.
Underwater rock.
Yeah,
Well,
underwater.
then someone needs to tell this fucking IOL journalist to fucking clarify.
Yeah,
No, I think Mikhail's point though is valid. I mean, it makes you worry that this is the beginning of some like code shedding or something. That's going to be
Code shedding. Oh my
you
god.
know, it's going to be
Fuck,
rotating.
We never have to worry about the Matrix actually fucking happening because it won't be able to
right.
on light speed. Leo, you are the chosen. Oh fuck, his boyfriend.
Morpheus is still the janitor. I mean, yeah.
We have to go back to dial-up. At least the telephone lines are still there.
Cameron, that is a very rude thing to say. I resent that because they're just
How dare you,
big boned.
It's not even here.
Don't call them white. They just big boned. Is that you?
Oh man.
I have a slow metabolism. No, you have a fucking fast appetite. There's a difference.
All right, next headline. Let's see what we got here. Oh, drunk monkey is Bubbalas in this Oaks car. So there's a video. But also so there's the monkey, okay. And I guess you guys have seen the article. Have you guys seen the article already?
Yeah.
No, I have not seen this one.
And I haven't quite. But
All right, so
I don't have my filters set up, my alerts set up for drunk monkey. I haven't done that. So
no for
One of these
Pete,
things does not belong here.
for Peter and
we got Paul over here, right?
Paul. Yeah.
that's my name.
Oh, Paul, in his defense, you didn't insert name here, so
Just take a guess at what the brand of alcohol is.
Oh boy. All right.
Looks a bit like a Savannah bottle.
Yeah, kind of does, but I'd probably think it's more of the hardest stuff.
Yeah.
Those short ports, those weird victory or something like that.
Isn't that monkey shoulder stuff? Hey, Savannah.
Peter's very judgmental, eh?
yeah, remember about a year ago when we did a show and Bevan and I told you guys to stay away from Tin Roof? That is fucking why you stay away from Tin Roof. Now you know.
Wow.
No! Still got that kung fu grip.
Yeah, he looks like he's sleeping, but if you take that Savannah, you're dying. he's gonna rip your face off.
Hold on, this article may be triggering or offensive to sensitive readers. What the fuck?
Wait a minute.
How? No, I'm sorry. That warning is a lot better than the fucking article. I'm awfully fucking sorry. What about this argue is going to be triggering or offensive?
People that are sensitive to images of drunk monkeys, for one.
Yeah.
Think people that are sensitive to the poor, sad little thing passed out in the back of the car.
To the point.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a recovering alcoholic. No one fucking forced him to do it. He chose to do it.
Which of the 12? Good lord. So this is kind of where we are now. We need trigger warning for drunk monkey stories.
I mean, are they worried that monkeys will be triggered by it? You know, like the monkeys will be like, "Oh, that damn! I need some of that." Like, is that what they're worried about? Is it? I am confused by the trigger warning. Offensive. I don't understand.
This is what we have come to.
Yeah.
There's going to be a trigger warning. The next Animal Planet documentary is now going to have trigger warning. Shark Week might be sensitive for viewers such as Nemo. Fuck, I don't know.
For Nemo.
Oh my goodness.
No.
I feel triggered. I don't know. Maybe it's.
I feel
That's
triggered.
just random. Yeah.
Because they assumed they'd be triggered.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm not. Okay. I'm gonna put it up there. India becomes first nation to land spacecraft near Moon's south pole.
That's
the rear
I
of the
so
of the
badly
moon.
want to make a joke about this.
I know.
It involves call centers.
yeah.
Oh please. Don't hold back now.
I thought you were going. I thought you were going the other way, south.
I'm sorry. I'm just thinking, for example, with the Apollo landing, you had that whole one small step for man and one giant leap for mankind. I just want to know that the Indian shuttle land, they climb off the shuttle and then back on the shuttle and went, "Thank you, come again." That is all I want to know.
boy! Oh boy! Oh boy!
It was an unmanned mission. They just sent a slushy.
Wait a second. If they had any technical problems, who would they call?
Who would you call? Right?
That is probably that is the most philosophical question we've ever had in this podcast.
It is a good question. If you're on tech support in India, do you call India, or is there like someplace else that is like even?
It feels like that Latin saying, "Who will guard the gods?" But for war centers.
Yeah, the Indians are like, dang, we're getting these people in Sri Lanka answering the phone. I hate these people. You know, like, I don't know. Like, where does it go down from there? I don't know.
What? So
No, you have to make it worse. You have to replace a thick accent with another thick accent. So if you're in India and you have a fuck up, the call center's in northern Scotland.
In northern Scotland, yeah, like, exactly.
Level up response.
I wonder. Maybe they just look to their right and say, "Hey, Rajesh, what's? Can you help me out here?"
Maybe they just call their dad.
The problem is he's working on the same project.
Oh man.
I know for a fact India won't be phoning Pakistan though. That's not fucking happening.
No, that's not gonna work.
Oh, they're prank calling Pakistan. They're prank calling them. That's what they're doing. Is your refrigerator running? You better go catch it.
I'm gonna be honest though, South Korea are the best trolls when it comes to that. South Korean armed forces on the no man's land between North and South Korea, the checkpoint. They blast K-pop towards North Korea on the border constantly.
Oh, jeepers!
Wow. I mean, but that works on two levels. Is that like to say, "Hey, look what we have over here"? Like or is it?
It's a combination.
It's
a combination of both. Because obviously, firstly, look, we don't have state-controlled radio, and then secondly, we're going to find the most irritating K-pop song, and just put it on repeat the whole evening.
So, intimidation through ambiguity, like
Passive aggressive, but with a smile.
1 in 44 is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Nice to see you again. 1 in 44. Good to have you here. All right, so next. No. Next headline is a bit of, I don't want to say like it's. We all know about this, I'm sure. Unfortunately, Derek Watts passed away
very sad,
on Tuesday. And just wanted to say, rest in peace. I thought he was a great guy. Excellent program, carte blanche. But interesting, Nando's pays what the headline says, cheeky tribute to journalist Derek Watts. And this is what they said: "Cheers for now, Derek Watts. To the only other person who grilled better than us." I think
I'm going to be honest. I think that's actually in good taste.
Yeah. I don't know why they said cheeky.
I think that's brilliant.
Yeah,
it is cheeky, but it's still in good taste, though. It's not disrespectful. I think that's really, really, really good. On the other hand, Nando's have always had great marketing teams, but that's tasteful. I like that.
That's really nice. Anyone upset at this? I don't know if anyone would be upset.
I don't know. Is there a trigger warning before?
Is there a trigger warning? That's what we have to ask. Is there a trigger warning?
I need to know now.
Yeah.
No. There was no trigger warning.
Derek Watts.
But I just thought that was a nice little tribute. But on to more pressing matters, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently, SARS is in the news again because SARS to tax TV license dodgers.
Wait a second.
Yeah, I
Wasn't
forgot
there
about this.
a story that we had a couple of months ago about TV licenses and
PC monitors. They wanted to
license
PC monitors.
Yeah. So is this part of it?
And then a year ago they wanted us to pay TV license for Netflix and Amazon Prime and Hulu and Crunchyroll.
That hasn't gone away, though.
OnlyFans.
No?
Yeah. No, that has not gone away. That's part of this whole thing, is that that's all still up for debate and still possible. So they want that where we have to pay licensing fees for all those, and that SARS will be the ones that collect it.
Yep.
All right. Well, here's a bit of advice to the people watching. Firstly, at the moment, buy PC monitors, nice big PC monitors, because you don't need a TV license for them at the moment. Secondly, when they do bring it into place, you can find really nice PC monitors on Facebook Marketplace, so you still don't have to pay TV license.
There we go.
There you go.
I feel like Mikhail just gave like really illegal advice.
No, I didn't. It's not illegal yet.
Right
it's
now.
not illegal yet. It's not illegal yet.
Yeah.
Told them to cancel Netflix and go do everything on Pirate Bay. It's a different story.
For educational purposes only, right?
Don't use Pirate Bay.
Tax collected by SA cards. Yeah, so basically, they're just going to add it to tax. Right?
So whether we like it or not, it's going to be taken through normal tax.
Yeah.
How's that?
No, but
even-
it doesn't help though, because only between 7 and 11% of the fucking adult population pays fucking tax.
Yeah, but we know that when they add it to the tax, it's not actually going to go towards
Yeah,
what
that's
they
right.
say it's going to go towards. Mikhail?
What, bettering the country? Oh no, that hasn't happened since at least 97.
I mean, it's kind of like this headline. Will China's 500 million rand grant fund SA Energy or our champagne comrades?
John, I'm going with the latter. Definitely the latter. John.
Yeah.
That is definitely the one I'm going with. The former sounds
Final
way
answer.
too positive.
Final answer. No lifelines. No 50-50s. No nothing.
So just,
You wanna call a friend?
The ladder, John. Just the ladder.
Congratulations, you won
Would you like to
500
phone
million rand.
Would you like to phone a friend? No, I would like to phone a comrade.
This is ridiculous. Like I'm another 500 million rand.
Here's the thing. On a slightly more serious note, I am all for foreign investment in general, because that's how fucking money works. But the problem is with China, it can go either two ways. You can either be a Rwanda that gets Chinese investment, uses the money intelligently, and pays back the loan, and Rwanda is a much better country for it. Or you can be Uganda and get the loan and then fuck it up, and then 2 days later you find out China officially owns your international airport and the land it's on.
That sounds about right.
Being South Africa, when is OR Tambo being renamed Mao Zedong International Airport?
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. No.
It's happening. It's happening. It's going to be rebranding, renaming everywhere. Pretty soon it's going to be
ANC
called
already
South.
has a Chinese. Well, the ANC already has someone of Chinese birth who basically came here fucking yesterday that has a parliamentary position. So,
Oh, yeah? No, legally elected representative. Oh, this
Yep.
is a democracy.
has a post in government.
Okay.
Not even a naturalized citizen. She still.
And that
barely
cost
knows
us
English.
like 500 million rand. Is that what you're saying?
No, you know that like 500 billion rand that went missing in someone's couch during December in the pandemic. It's basically that's where the money is now.
Not a mattress pickup.
It was a big couch. It was a really big couch. That big blue couch that was stolen. It was that couch.
Oh, great. All right. Well, here's a spicy headline for us. Let's own our racist words. It's time for us to bring the K word into general use.
I have decided. My legal counsel has said that I may not say anything without them present.
Oh, yeah? Kilometers. Eesh.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with it.
Kellogg's.
Kilometers.
I don't know what the.
So, like, what is the context of this article? I don't understand.
Okay, so basically, Peter, for example, in the US, obviously I won't say the word.
You could
because
say
I'm not
N-word.
American. Yeah, I won't
Oh, yeah.
actually say the word because I think only as an American you have the right to say that word.
I don't
So
have the right
in
to
the
say
Oh,
that.
US,
I'm
yeah,
American. I do not have the right to say that.
yeah, same here. It's only a black American
see,
can say
you
it.
don't understand it correctly. In any case, so basically, Peter, in the US, the black population or the African American population has taken the N word and they've
Oh
basically
yeah,
made it their own.
right.
They've changed the meaning for themselves to be positive or in a positive light. It's no longer a word of oppression or sad feelings and whatnot. So
Yeah.
now we want to or in South
Uh,
Africa apparently they want to do the same with the K word, but there's quite a few farmers in Free State and are getting really happy now.
to revive the
So
whole thing. Look,
yeah, we might actually re-establish the two republics while we at it.
that's going to be a little difficult with Chat GPT because that's going to be tricky to teach. But I don't understand who wrote this article. It's kind of dumb. It's really stupid. I'm kind of getting sick and tired of these kind of like weird little. Oh, let's start our own version of whatever the fuck is going on in whatever the place. I don't
I
know.
just have a question though. The
Um,
question that comes in though is that in the US, okay, depending on state, but from a federal national government point of view, the N word in the US is not a finable or criminal offense to
No,
use. It's just obviously from
no.
a social point of view,
So
it's a
just purely
social
social.
faux pas, but it's not a legal faux pas. But in
well,
South Africa, the K word, the use of the K word
it's a
is
crime, isn't it?
illegal. It
Oh,
is a
yeah,
crime. It is.
yeah.
So now the question is, if
Yeah.
a person of color uses the K word, regardless of the social or psychological reason behind it, giving it a positive spin, you are still breaking the law. So they would have to change the law in itself to have this plan to work.
But
Eh,
but what does it do? I mean, what does it accomplish? I think that's back to kind of Peter's point. What would be the point of this thing? Um,
yeah,
No, it would probably be the same way as in the sense of what African Americans in the US believe it has done for them. It's given them whether it's a small victory but a sense of empowerment by using a word that was usually initially used by the oppressor is no
sure,
longer
sure.
a word of oppression.
But
Uh,
and but instead it's been turned into a word of division. So certain people can say it, other people can't say it. People, you're supposed to consume the entertainment in which that is said, and they want you to sing along and go to the concerts, but you can't say the words when that word comes up, because then if you even say it, even while you're watching somebody else, then that's considered a gotcha, and there you go. So it becomes this thing of division. Rather, it's not empowerment, it's not anything. It just becomes
no,
another
it
type
does.
of
No.
division.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just
Yeah.
essentially
Yeah.
to answer Peter's question, the grouping that wants this to happen, that will be the logic behind it.
Yeah, I get it.
Whether
Yeah.
it's correct or not, that is open for interpretation. But that is to
Yeah.
answer Peter's question. That's why they want to do it.
it's
Or want to be
wrong.
able to do it.
It's politically loaded. You
Yeah.
can't really like that in like.
Well, here's something. Free speech absolutists would argue that what's wrong with saying the word, because technically it's an Arabic word which means non-believer. I'm not saying that's okay. Personally, I don't think it's right, but I'm just saying that there are some free speech absolutists. One of them being Morg Rock, who's sometimes on this channel,
So am
who
I.
believes.
The thing is, no. The thing is, I'm in agreement. I'm in agreement with it in the sense that I find it ridiculous. The concept that words cause more harm than people actually believe to be. Don't get me wrong. I do believe that you can be extremely abusive with language. That's a completely separate conversation
music.
for a different
I'm
day.
hearing
But
music.
Yeah,
using
who's
a
got music going
word.
on?
Yeah, what's going on with this music?
Hey,
Oh,
that was
the missus is watching something.
Oh.
Can you bietjie sagter sit?
Oh my god! I was-
Dankie. Um,
Where's the romance
busy.
music coming from?
Yeah, I know she's busy. She's busy streaming something. So
Pirate Bay.
I do because if you follow that line of logic, calling someone a dumbass is then supposedly a lot more damaging than it is in reality. So I do agree with you should be able to use a word because at the end of the day, it's the context. It's not the word itself; it's the context that it's used in. But free speech absolutists are in the minority, and that is
That's
not
true.
what is popular at the moment. Go onto any form of social media, most people are in the opposite direction.
Yep.
You can't say this, you can't do that, you can't make this joke.
I mean, I'm going to back up a little bit because I've heard this thing about that, and I say this as an American who the K word is like we don't use that. It's never been an issue. It's like so. So you say that it's from an Arabic word meaning non-believer. I believe that's probably true,
Yes.
but it's also. I mean, it's also there's a German word which is Kaeffer, which means bug, like a
Beetle to be exact.
insect,
That's why
beetle.
the Volkswagen Beetle is called the Volkswagen Beetle.
Yes. So for instance, my brother when he was in high school, he had a Volkswagen Beetle, a 1968 Volkswagen Beetle, and his license plate was Kaeffer, because that's the German word for beetle, for bug. And so he thought that was cool. I thought that was cool. Because he took German classes and blah blah blah. Had no idea that it's similar to a racial thing. So is it? It has this Arabic, thing, but it also definitely carries a connotation of like an insect.
So the Arabic, the one of Arabic in depending on where it's either Kaefir or Kafir. So that was the original spelling. Especially that word came into South African, basically vocabulary with the slaves from the Malay, mostly coming here, and it was part of a.
Okay, I didn't know if it came because obviously Dutch is related to German, and I thought maybe that would came.
No, and the one you're referring to is because it's Ka with an umlaut. That's why your brother's number plate was AE, because if you either write it with the A with the umlaut, or you would write it out as AE and then FER. So, for example, there's no secret I do collect model cars, and Hot Wheels has a Volkswagen Beetle, one of the models, but it's on the boxing. It has the KA umlaut FER on the boxing, and obviously I know, being half German, I know exactly how to pronounce it. But even when I saw it standing in the checkers, I'm going, I'm not going to say this model out loud.
Nice try, Matchbox. Nice try.
All right, maybe we can continue this discussion in the second half of the show, but let's get back into the articles, ladies and gentlemen, with the next one being, here we go again, Fire Festival fires up for round 2. Pre-sale tickets already sold out. Now, for those of you who may not know.
The one that fucked up the first time?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
The one on the island, it was lost with drunken students.
Yes.
That's the one. Well, how many years ago was that? 3 years ago? How many years ago?
It was more than that.
It was in 2017.
I was going to say, pre-COVID.
It was long enough. It was long enough ago for Netflix to make a documentary.
When attendees who'd spent thousands of dollars on tickets arrived in the Bohemian island of Exemus, they were met with mass disorganization, half-built tents, and catered food that was a little more than limp cheese sandwiches. So they paid thousands for this thing. But guess what, guys? So the guy actually went to jail. Okay, he was sentenced to 6 years for fraud and all that stuff. Okay, guess what? He was released from prison in 2022 after serving nearly 4 years of his 6-year sentence, and his first order of business is creating Fire Festival number 2 on Monday, 21st of August. McFarland, and that name should be the first clue. Farland. Anyway, said in a video on Instagram, the pre-sales to Fire Festival 2 is live and heading to the Caribbean sometime toward the end of 2024. No other concrete information around the event date, location, lineup has been announced yet.
I mean,
That's
come on.
good.
So
Fool me.
you know,
I'm
you've
sorry.
heard the.
Sorry. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Yeah, no.
No, Mikhail. McFarland has also released a statement saying that he'd written a 50-page plan to make the event happen.
Oh, okay. Well, then he's.
I'm awfully sorry. I'm awfully sorry. Just because you write something down doesn't fucking make it better. Adolf Hitler wrote Mein Kampf. It doesn't make it fucking better, my guy.
Yeah.
Hold on. Listen, 50 pages. It takes a lot to squeeze 50 pages out of GPT.
Unless
Yes,
you
that's
use
true. That's true.
ChatGPT.
You gotta give him credit there. You gotta give him credit.
He's saying this time around, the event organizer is working with the best logistical and infrastructure partners to make the impossible happen. McFarland also specifies that revenue from ticket sales will be held in an escrow until the final date is announced.
Nah, fuck you, my guy. You sound like an ANC member. I'm gonna steal.
Exactly.
We won't steal money this time
Here's
as
the-
stupidly as we do the private stuff. We'll be smarter about it.
We promise. We've got this time. We mean it. This time it's gonna. It's
For
gonna
real
work.
this time. That's so great.
This will be legit theft this time. There will be paperwork for the theft.
I think he spent the whole time in jail listening to Cyril Ramaphosa's speeches and going, okay, this is how you do it. You just act like
it sounds like he shared a cell with fucking Shabir Sheikh.
I'm wondering what Ja Rule has to say about all of this. Is he also back? Because remember he was tied into all of this shit.
Who cares about Jean Rule, man? All right.
Dude, fuck you. Ja Rule cares about Ja Rule. No, wait, and in the Fast and the Furious movie, he also cares about Monica. But that's a different story.
This guy. The new one, huh?
All right, now we're going to step into a bit of craziness. Ladies and gentlemen. Okay. A man who identifies as a Muslim woman files legal claim to retrieve his testicles from ex-boyfriend's fridge. There's a lot to unpack here.
Wow. No, wait, hold on. Okay.
We have reached peak late collapse of the empire stage right now. This is
I'm having a slight aneurysm in multiple places.
I feel like it's a riddle.
okay.
It's like trying to explain someone a TV show that's 15 seasons deep. And wait. Then the
No, you know what it is? Someone gives you a 1,000-piece puzzle, but the 1,000 pieces come from 7 different puzzles.
Yes, yeah. I'm triggered and offended because they are misgendering this woman, right? It should be woman. It's just woman, Muslim woman,
Who
fires legal
identified-
claim to retrieve her testicles from ex-boyfriend's fridge. I mean, shouldn't it be? I mean, if we're being consistent, I'm trying to be sensitive to our trans brethren and sister.
I'm just trying.
Do you guys want to see a picture?
no.
Wait, what?
I smell toast.
the
I just had
fridge?
pasta, but I'm smelling toast.
That would be too. No, yeah.
Is it a picture of the
Of
fridge?
the
I don't know.
of the man woman, I don't know. What,
Okay.
Is
maybe
it
looks
is
fine.
it a picture of the fridge?
Yeah, I was about to ask what kind of utensils.
Oh,
Crap.
Oh my goodness, you are ugly.
I'm pretty sure you. Wait a minute. Are those these actual nuts?
those are his nuts.
And
Her
and,
nuts.
and she
Because-
looks like the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah. That's your cat going.
That smile.
I gotta read the first paragraph. Hold on. A Michigan man who identifies as both transgender and Muslim has filed a legal claim against his ex-boyfriend, demanding the return of his amputated testicles, which he says are being kept in a jar in the refrigerator.
But wait a second. Okay, wait. So, a Michigan man who identifies as both transgender and Muslim. So she identifies as Muslim, or is she actually Muslim? Like, is that
Identifies.
can you also start identifying as religious? Like, you can be
Yes.
like, I'm Christian, but I identify as Hindu.
We do.
So
That's a thing.
Do you actually go to the temple? Do you do the stuff? No, I don't. But I identify. I mean,
Okay,
Can
so
you-
if I want a
can you
lot
do
of
that?
money, I will identify as a Scientologist.
Oh my word. Okay. Shit,
What did you
just,
find there?
shit just got real, guys.
man,
He found these nuts.
Okay, Mikhail, now I have to show you. I have to show you because you just said that.
Uh-oh.
I kid you not.
Wait a minute.
Read what it says at the bottom. Unboxing D's nuts.
Oh, there we go.
Wow, 2 on the nose.
Let's have a look at the clapper and the trapper.
Oh, my word.
You know, 20 years ago, I would have never thought that moments like this would be like.
Why the fuck does it look like an election ballot box?
he looks like a grandma from Russia, like with the little thing and it's the
Babushka.
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 Yeah, she's got a babushka.
Okay, so these test
Oh, my
apparently these testicles have been reviewed by the Independent Electoral Commission because they took it out of the fucking ballot box.
Oh my gosh!
How do you vote? With my
Wow.
balls.
Who delivered them? Amazon? Oh my goodness. Your nuts are here.
Yeah, oh my gosh! Let's have a party. We'll call it the Testicle Festival.
Check is
We'll have-
60
we'll have that-
60 delivered your
We'll have
nuts.
the fire guy organize it. No, it's gonna be great.
Oh, my word.
I would like to have some cashews and some walnuts and some peanuts and add some D's nuts.
Some of these now.
Oh,
What the heck? Man,
Lightly salted.
I am feeling so good about Western civilization right now.
a little icky, huh? A little icky.
Yeah, I'm gonna
It's-
no,
no,
I'm
it's
gonna be
like-
honest,
it's-
I'm gonna
I'm not.
be honest. The articles I've been reading recently, I'm moving to the fucking Eastern European countries. I'm going to the Balkans, my guy. Somehow the Kosovo
My
conflict snapped all
gosh.
of them fucking into logic and reason.
Yeah. This is.
On the other hand,
So-
I do have respect having the balls to ask for them back. So
So, but the thing is, I think I actually saw some of that article. I think so. So it's actually two guys that were
one,
together, and then
Oh.
and then he transitioned, and the other guy transitioned, and they both transitioned. So now they went from being homosexuals to being trans female homosexuals.
You're hurting my brain, man.
I know.
Yeah.
I can't. I mean,
You know, I can only go
Muslims,
one level, but
trans lesbians. I
in
don't.
the
no, dude.
I just
You know what?
It just gets
This is
murky.
the point where I'm going to be honest. I was very, very fortunate and blessed, and I will always view it as that, as being able to go to a good high school and a good university. And neither of those institutions taught me to think in four dimensions, because apparently I fucking have to understand this.
Yeah, you blame your education because it wasn't clearly not enough.
All right,
Yeah,
ladies and
well,
gentlemen, boys and girls, we've gotten a Sasa chat from Gavin,
Hey,
who's just entered.
Sasa chat from Gavin.
Good evening, all 140 Rand Sasa chat. Thank you so much, Gavin.
Hey, that's awesome. We can buy those balls on eBay now.
Yeah.
What will we do with the rest of the money, though?
That's a good question. That's a good question. Go buy Nando's.
Or take a TV license.
Seeing as some of the regular viewers
Fuck that.
are in the
I wanna
house,
we can buy tickets for the Fire Festival. We also have
See,
enough.
seeing as some of the regular viewers are in the house, please let me know what you think of the new look for the show. It's put a lot of effort into it. So
Yeah, please
let me know.
just give Joe a fucking compliment about it.
Yeah,
because he's going
he's
to have a
fishing for
fucking
it.
complex about
He
it.
is fishing hard, man. He is
He's gonna,
just like,
after the show, he's going to go to his wife. No one gave me a compliment about
Yeah,
the pretty
no.
box on the laptop.
I mean, there's
Very hard.
There's fishing for compliments and there's trawling for compliments. And he is trawling, okay? He is dragging the net across the ocean floor, hoping to stir up something.
Across the fucking South China Sea. There's fucking nothing, but he will continue looking for it.
He broke the cables. That's how the cable broke.
That was him.
All right. Next article, ladies and gentlemen. Parents warned after cracking eggs on toddlers' heads in TikTok trend. So, in case you guys don't know, on TikTok there's a trend where parents are taking a raw egg and smashing it on their kid's head. So they just take it, and the kid doesn't know. It's just the kids doing whatever, and then they just go, hey, boom. And most of the kids, if not all the kids, are either crying from it, getting upset. And it's become a trend because a lot of parents are doing it. I don't know why it became a trend. Like Paul just said, Western civilization is looking pretty good.
Hold on, just before you continue. Peter, why the fuck did you Sasa chat yourself? You fucking weirdo.
This is 4D chess, Bill. Come on, man. This is 4D chess.
Thank you. He just wanted me to say thank you, Peter Sawanga, for the 140 Rand Sasa chat. It is greatly, greatly appreciated.
And thanks for the new look.
You're welcome. And by the way, Gavin did say the new look is just so. Yeah.
Just what, Gavin? Just what? Joe, I've known that joke as long as I've known you.
And here we go. Another Sasa chat, 140 Rand Sasa chat from Debbie Murray, who says, absolutely awesome new look. Loving it. Thank you, Debbie Murray.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Thank you, Debbie.
Someone appreciates
Joe's tactic is working off. I need some Sasa chats. I need the 6th Mercedes. You can stop now.
Joe's going to redesign every week now. He's going to have like a new look. Look, everybody, I got a new look. It's pink this time.
It's so great. It's so great.
It's so great. You're going to love it. Keep those chats coming.
I'm not going to do it every week. No. Anyway, so parents have been warned because the video with egg prank in TikTok have been viewed more than 670 million times, despite some leaving young children crying or looking upset. So
hold on. Medical experts know potential damage. What the fuck is your child made of?
Trigger warning.
No eggs were harmed in the making of this video.
Is this generation's Peanuts? Because there was a generation of Peanuts, and is this it? It's the beginnings of it.
I'm just okay. Firstly, I don't have TikTok because I'm not in favor of incest. Firstly,
but Kyle, here, I'll tell you. However, medical experts have warned that the prank could have side effects, including bruising on the head and spreading of germs.
Yeah. Wow. Genius.
Okay. The bruising, I understand if you literally give the child a push clap with an ostrich egg. Then I can go, okay, I get it. The spreading of germs. What? Staphylococcus? Are they worried about the kids getting staphylococcus?
The doctor says we are literally smacking salmonella on their foreheads.
Hey, that's the best way for them to develop their immune system. Come on.
There you go.
I mean, but what do you think they lick their forehead afterwards? Like, how is the salmonella?
It's apparently it's weird. When I was a kid and I fell and I had a bruise, my mom would go just rub dirt in it. Apparently now when you've got an egg in your face, you tell your kid to rub a frying pan in it. But that will probably make them better. I don't know.
You tell them sunny side up.
I told my kids, hey, chicks dig scars. That's cool. So you get a little bruise on your forehead and you got a story. That's fantastic.
Yeah, but now apparently chicks dig scars and omelets.
Oh my god, this is an exceptionally bad.
I got these scars over easy.
There's any problem I have with this? Every time they've got there's this new trend on TikTok, and I'll just go like, But why is this a trend? Why, in God's
Yeah,
name?
No, that's a good question. That's a
Exactly.
good
Why,
question.
why is this trend?
10,000 years of modern Homo sapiens sapien evolution, and this is what we have fucking digressed to.
Yeah, yeah.
We have devolved.
Or
There are
is it?
literally fossils of Australopithecus looking at us going, dude, what the fuck? I regret climbing down from that tree.
Do you, do you reckon it's something that we're only knowing now because we're more like sort of social media exposed, or it was
No,
always
the
there,
thing is,
but we just we just didn't expose each other to it as much?
no. There's a very very lovely saying. It's it's very old and has been given to a lot of people have been stated as quoting it. So it's slightly apocryphal. Before the internet, every village had its own idiot. The problem is with the internet, now everyone becomes aware of the village idiot. But now we've reached the point where even intelligent people are purposely becoming village idiots
Oh yeah,
for
it's
clout.
incentivized.
Yep.
It's spreading
Like
Ebola, but for your brain.
And Mikhail, I'm glad you bring that up because the next headline: a woman says she fractured her ankle when she slipped on a piece of
Prosciutto.
prosciutto. Now she's suing. And if you don't know what a prosciutto is, it's a piece
what
of ham.
is a prosciutto?
It's a piece of ham. It's a type of ham.
Thinly sliced smoked ham. What? Yeah, it's kind of like it's,
someone's meat.
What kind of you? That's brilliant writing. If this is a euphemism,
she slipped on someone's prosciutto. That's how she got pregnant. I mean,
Next on paternity court.
and it's
Oh,
from
well-
Boston. I can hear the accent already.
A woman who fractured her left ankle during a trip with her husband to the Italian food emporium Italy
Italy.
For fuck's
in
sake,
Boston
seriously.
last year is blaming her injury on a piece of ham.
Oh my god! Here's one of the things that I've always loved about the sort of the American sort of cultural thing. You know,
Yeah.
it was Hollywood number one, and by guilt, Wall Street a little bit, yeah. But the other one was the sort of the legitiousness. How do you say that when you sue a lot? Legitious. When you sue a lot.
Yeah,
anyway,
I know what you mean, but I can't.
I
Litigiousness.
I love that
Litigiousness.
because yes, there you go. That's it. Because this is prime time. This is pristine. There's all everything you need. There's bacon. There's there's all the drama. There's a headline.
Oh yeah, no, there's like a pool of like a shiver of sharks of personal injury attorneys in the Boston area that were ready to jump on this as
Yeah,
soon as
and
they heard.
Paul,
you know.
I'm glad you brought that up because I'm gonna quote something here that is in line with what you are saying here. Okay, so let me just scroll down here. Here we go. So the restaurant had a duty to ensure that the surfaces for you know what, Paul? Can you just do that in that Boston accent of a lawyer? Just read this, please.
The restaurant had a duty to ensure that the surface of the floors were free from unnecessary dangers. A duty to use ordinary care to maintain the premises in a reasonably safe condition, and a duty to warn such dangerous conditions, the lawsuit says.
The only problem I now have is
That
you're
deserves
gonna
a
start
sausage
putting
chat.
up- Yeah. Are you going to now put out a little yellow signs that says possible wet floor and meat products?
Please look out. Warning, possible prosciutto on the floor. I mean, lunch meats, maybe.
Slippery when what? Slippery when hammy.
Yeah, that's Bon Jovi's other album that was not as good as Slippery When Wet.
I'm gonna be honest, that is actually a very, very fun alt rock band name, Slippery When Hammy.
That's a Bon Jovi tribute band. I'm pretty sure.
As with the two Americans on the panel, I do your culture of fucking ambulance chases. I find so absolutely weird. I don't get it.
Yeah, they were litigious.
That's what I said. Litigious. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
you're
it's
right.
I mean I would I'm with you. But and you see the stuff like you'll see these bizarre like um like things on a piece of a wrapping or whatever, like a burger wrapping from a fast food place, and it says like remove wrapper before eating burger. Like, somebody
It's like
got sued. Like that was the reason.
No, but it's not too long ago that obviously an American gentleman, and I use that term extremely loosely, won a lawsuit against McDonald's because he burnt his tongue on a McCafe coffee.
Yeah.
My fucking
Yeah.
guy.
No. Okay. So in that case, particular case, so I mean, there was a woman who actually. Okay, I've been to McDonald's sometimes in America, and their coffee is really hot sometimes. But she actually, like, they gave her the coffee, and she grabbed it, and she was shocked by how hot it was that she dropped it into her lap, and like
That's the one with the
so.
third-degree burns. She
Yeah, she
actually
got like third-degree
injured.
burns. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
she was legit injured,
Interesting.
and yeah. So, but the funny thing is, like, where you leap from there. Okay, person got injured. There was negligence, whatever. To everybody in the whole country now has to do things differently because this thing has happened, and we have to have warning signs, and we have to have this and whatever. It's like, oh my gosh, can we just have the occasional weird thing happen without it becoming like a deal?
For example,
You
your
know?
country, and I'm not exaggerating, your country is literally the reason why a petrol ran chainsaw has a warning that says, do not stop blade with bare hands. Literally
somebody-
because of your country.
Not just our country, but also Jackass.
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
So I knew a guy that worked in like a physics lab. He had a really high powered laser, and he said that inside the barrel of the laser there's a warning sign that says, "Please do not look into laser with remaining eye."
I'm going to be honest, that's brilliant. That's
yeah.
Remaining eye. All right. A few more headlines left, guys. This one's just I found interesting or fascinating, really. Feel good story. Cat travels over 500 miles trapped in Welsh taxi grill for days. Now, who didn't think of the song?
by the Proclaimers.
Yeah.
Well, I think we all.
Oh, I
Jesus, Peter, I know the internet's slow, but that buffering was ridiculous.
the Kaiser Chiefs, right?
What? No.
No,
This cat.
Proclaimers.
wrong band. The Proclaimers. I will walk 500 miles and I will walk 500.
Okay. So.
Welsh taxi.
Cat traveled 500 miles in a taxi. It was
Doggy.
trapped in the taxi, and they found it. They rescued it. The cat's okay.
Climbed up and then got stuck in there. Or couldn't.
They're not sure how the cat got in there, but
It's a cat, my guy.
The
Cats
cat-
climbing everywhere.
Gizmo the cat was quite happy when she was finally freed. So she was freed. Gizmo, cute name. She climbed onto my shoulder when I got her out, said Mr. Jinx. So,
Well done.
Okay, but I'm going to be honest. It's not actually that weird because if you cats always look for a heat source. So because my family and myself have had cats when we were 5 or 6, especially in the winter. If you have a car that you park in the driveway, not in the garage, we were actually raised double check under the car in the morning or in the evening before you leave again, because even a normal house cat will go to a car's bonnet or close to the heat source. So the cat being close to a grill in a taxi taxis basically run constantly on a daily basis. So it's not too weird. I'm just happy the cat is fine.
Yeah. Oof, I'd imagine. Oof.
Yeah, because usually
The
The cat has a lot of
depending on where the fan is.
mileage
But-
now, so secondhand values drop a bit, but otherwise,
all right. So, also a feel good story here, sort of. Customers warned of text pest. Delivery drivers asking for dates and sex.
Oh,
How is this a feel good story? How does this make you feel good, Joe? I'm trying to understand you. Okay.
Yeah,
Use the
I'm sorry. Joe has suddenly become a very Scottish sexual predator.
that's what I'm trying to figure out. What part is good?
I was trying to do a play on words, man.
The angle. Really? Play again.
He's like a little baby playing, but he's like stuffing
Yeah, I'm
things in
sorry.
his
It's
face.
like having a
It's
police
like-
a police officer. It's like having an article about a police officer inappropriately touching someone, and they made the headline "Copper Feel." No, Joe. No.
Not a feel good story.
No, I don't feel good.
No.
So apparently, what's going on in the UK is that basically delivery people like Mr. Delivery or Ubers or anyone delivering a package as well, these delivery men, most of them are men, are getting the client's email address or phone number because they can see it, obviously, because they need to contact the person, say, hey, I'm at your door, whatever. Contacting the person afterwards, hour or two later, and
That's kind of messed up.
saying, hey, let's go on a date.
That's
or
a game.
let's...
I mean, they're it's a tough world in this dating economy. I think that's probably
Well, wait.
I mean,
I gave her a sandwich, maybe. Yeah,
I felt like there was a connection. I thought there was a spark. I don't know. Maybe I'm
I'm gonna
wrong.
be honest. So basically, this is Tinder, but for Mr. Delivery. You have an order for pizza, like no, no,
Yeah.
no.
No, she got
yeah,
she put
he can
pineapple on this
deliver it.
pizza. No way. No way. No, I just felt like that was like a really meaningful moment there when I handed you the bag and you said thanks, and it was just really wow. I just felt like there was something there.
It must have been love, but the pizza's cold.
Gee, your dinner smells delicious. I mean, what? This seems like a lot of food for one person.
You call them back like, oh, okay, so you didn't want to. I just thought the $10 tip for like an $8 pizza was a sign.
I thought your vegetarian pizza might need some extra meat.
Just stay away from the meat that's the slippery meat. Stay away from that.
Debonaise, we put the sausage in your crust. No, hold on, relax.
Marketing. Oh man, crazy bananas. Yeah, all of that would be awesome for a Twitter campaign or X campaign, as we call it these days.
X.
Oh boy! All right, moving on to our second to last headline, ladies and gentlemen. This one and the next two headlines are
they feel good stories, Joe? Do you make you feel good?
Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna go into it. Wisconsin company makes world's longest meat stick.
Oh yeah.
I guess it's a feel good story.
Finally, I mean, with the technology of the day, I mean, I'm like, this is fantastic. This is finally a breakthrough in meat stick technology.
I want to meet the group that decided. You know what, guys?
Okay, now
Oh my
now
word!
the question is, can we lasso it and use it to catch and round up vegans?
Do they have a trigger warning on here for vegans? This may be offensive to some people.
Fuck vegans.
What is he doing?
There
he's
was
measuring.
a lot of inappropriate meat jokes made that day.
He has a laser measurer down to the end.
Really? How accurate is that?
It's so long that they have to use surveying equipment to do it. That's how
Oh, the
long.
goodness book came with the suit and everything.
Oh,
Yeah,
come on,
Guinness.
that woman has done what all women now have done in history. They have, just by standing there and looking disinterested, another man's meat now feels not good enough.
But so I'm just trying to understand, like,
Holy crap! This is a 6-minute
the
video.
evolution of the record keeping, right? Like obviously, going to poker world records. It's normal to have records for things like fastest 100-meter dash,
Right.
highest jump. Like those are normal things. And then you start getting to the weird stuff like most hot dogs eaten in a minute or whatever. But then you get to things like longest meat stick. I mean,
Well,
what record did it break before that? What was it, like 12 inches
14
before
feet,
that?
that's-
And then
Okay, about 97 meters. That is
it's like yeah.
Yeah.
90. That's not too shabby. A nice.
104 yards. That's serious.
I just want to know. I just want. I'm just saying. I understand they are weird records because at the end of the day, a record is still a record. Because
Sure. Yeah.
True.
just on the basis of a record, if you make a pizza the size of a dinner table, the guy next door is going to probably try and make a bigger pizza. So obviously, records are weird. They are certain weird ones, but especially when it comes to food records.
Oh yeah.
Like when they do the world's largest pizza. Firstly, does that food get eaten afterwards? And
Yes.
secondly, the amount, but how many times, for example, look at, okay, obviously that's obviously salted meat, so being in the sun wouldn't be too terrible. But a lot of times, because of the massive size of the foodstuffs that go for records, they outside in the sun for how long?
Oh yeah. Well,
Measured.
measuring the thing, like the.
No one can eat it unless you'd really like diarrhea with your world record.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know how many people were there. You don't know who's sneezing. You don't know who's got the butt.
well, in the
So
article,
I
they
just-
did say that they portioned everything and gave it to the attendees that were there.
I just want to point out Cameron's comment. Cameron said South Africans did it first and it's called worse. South Africans may have done it. It's first and it's called worse. South Americans did it best. Okay, so that's just
Well, they-
so there you go.
and if you say it wrong again, you're gonna get sued.
I love the fact that this is coming from the country that also boasts the highest oxycodone dependency in the world. But yeah, it's great. Let's brag about our salami.
I'm sure that right after that there were some personal injury lawyers that were involved in something about something. Somebody was somebody slipped.
Some lawyer walking around. Don't slip. Don't
Yeah.
slip.
And if you do, here's my card.
All right, last headline, also to do with food. I don't know why. Truck spill covers Arkansas highway in nacho cheese.
Whose cheese
Sorry,
was it?
fuck you. It's Arkansas.
Who's-
It's spelled
it's
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Go fuck yourself.
But whose cheese was it, Joe?
It was not Joe cheese.
Not Joe cheese. Whose cheese was it?
Does it
Okay,
does the story say anything about the moving truck? Because I would really
was
like
it,
to
was it
know.
a world record? Was it a world record? You don't do that just for shits and giggles.
Let's see.
Like a highway full of nacho cheese. Come on, somebody's dream right there. Imagine phoning into work. I'm gonna
And
be
then
a.
All that cholesterol.
And then people from the surrounding
All
villages
that is-
came to raid it and pulled it off and carried it away.
My,
You know, there's enough oil there on its own to bring down the petrol price. All that greasy oil right there.
oh man.
Nice.
I think the cleanup crew, just by cleaning that up, you had a heart attack.
Yeah. Clean up on exit 5.
Look, if I was the truck, a lawyer that represented the truck company, I would say, okay, can we get an exemption on the 5-second rule? That bit
Yeah.
could have quicker.
Wow.
Chocolate
It ain't
cheese day,
easy
anyone?
being this cheesy.
Yeah. Paul, how does that make you feel?
I'm really hungry right now. I don't know about you guys. I could go make myself some nachos right now.
And that, on the other hand, that is a perfect cover for a Village People song. Just going nachos, man. I'm gonna eat some nachos, man.
I'm there for that song, Micah. That's great.
All right, so that will conclude the headline portion of the show. I've got some videos for you guys
shit.
that I thought might be interesting to watch and give our say about it. I'm just wondering which video do we start with, because I've got they're nothing disgusting.
Oh no, we were such a friend.
No, nothing disgusing. More
Touching videos. Oh, Joe, no.
no, just
More good news. More good news.
I'm gonna leave one for the last. Okay, let's start with this one. So this one is a let's say we're gonna play a bit of a game. Okay, so I'm gonna play this
Let's
video
play a game.
for a little bit, and then I'm gonna
The
explain
only
what the
way.
game is.
It's not too
Okay,
All right.
so are you ready?
I think I'm ready.
Okay.
I feel
Here
ready.
we go.
I don't know.
All right, here we are. Okay, and here's the video. Here we go. So let's play Will It Hold? In case you can't see, ladies and gentlemen, this lady is trying to put up a curtain.
Curtain rod?
And curtain rod, yeah. And she's used a bucket of paint to kind of help as like a stepping ladder. So she's now stepped 1 foot onto the paint, and she's about to completely step or stand onto the paint. Now we're gonna go around and people in the comments start commenting away. Do you think it is going to hold? Yes or no? Peter, do you think it's going to hold?
I'm thinking, just judging by her height and weight, body weight ratio, I think it's gonna hold. It's got enough surface area on the bottom. It's got just enough height, not enough too much wobbly tobbly thing. That's a scientific term. It's gonna hold.
Do you have a background in civil engineering, Pete? Because
Yeah.
the wobbly tubbly thing was a dead giveaway there. I'm thinking it's going to kick out from underneath her, and there's going to be paint all over the floor.
Okay.
That's what I
and
think.
Kyle?
I'm forever the pessimist. She does. She dies.
She dies. Yep. The house burns down. The kid is left as an orphan. That's a feel good story for Joe.
Yep.
Okay.
She's going to $1 million baby it.
So 1 in 44 says that's gonna hurt. Gavin Calmer says I think the curtain rail fails, and Debbie Moray says no, epic fail of bucket challenge.
All right, let's see.
So let's see, ladies and gentlemen, what happens next.
Oh, whoa!
That's one way. That is one way to paint the room. Though.
We all win.
Wow.
That's kind of impressive. I actually
Wow.
we got a replay on that. Look at that. From the couple of seconds.
Ooh,
Oh my gosh.
at least the toddler was protected. It's like he
Slightly.
knew.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? That kid definitely watched an episode of Vikings beforehand. Shield wall.
Oh, look at him.
Wow.
He's fine. Look at that.
Yeah.
And then he runs. Like he's like, I'm out of here.
Yeah. Peace out.
Oh, bucket of
When
paint.
Dad comes home, I was busy having nap time.
Yeah, so
What bucket of paint be doing in a bedroom? Like, what kind of ridiculous stuff?
Oh,
I
they could be.
mean-
On the other hand, if you're renovating a room after you've painted one of the things, obviously you take off curtain rails and stuff when you repaint, and then obviously put it back afterwards.
Who's filming it? Who's saying to themselves, this seems like something interesting is about to happen? Because nothing
Oh.
interesting was happening until that moment.
no one was filming it. It was a one of those
Cam?
it says
Maybe
ring.com.
monitor.
So
Oh, okay. It was okay. So one of their
yeah.
one of their motion detector things,
Yes. So
security cameras.
it's not like it's not like they're like, let's record us putting up.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like,
Just
No,
frame
but having David Attenborough there behind a house blonde going, and here we have the domesticated housewife trying to fit her curtain rail.
Thank you, Gavin.
Gavin, your compliment to Joe is empty because there was no Sasa chat.
How's that for being a pessimist? Okay. So, this is also the portion of the show where we just talk a lot of cock. I don't know. Do you guys want to get the videos over and done with, or should I spread it out?
what you got.
Okay.
Let's watch it.
You want to see another one? Let's see. I've got.
Let's go for that one.
Okay. This one's interesting. Okay, so we can maybe play a game here too. Okay, so
Okay.
give me a second. Cool. All
You're
right.
ready to play a game. You're in a room with 2 pizzas, an Uber driver, and a dagger.
No. All right. So
Are there any nachos involved?
no nachos this time. I'm gonna play a bit of it.
All right. All right.
So this is like
Google Maps.
Google
Street
Maps
View.
Street. Yeah.
Yeah. So the guy is looking at the at the camera that's going by, obviously, or probably the car or whatever. What do you think happens next? Because he's still looking at this car.
Oh yeah. Okay, I can
Dead
see
body.
turning back. I think
Where,
if
where,
he gets
Going with, he either found Jeffrey Epstein or someone dies.
Okay.
I think he's forgetting that the other car coming through is actually turning left. And he forgot.
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna guess he drifts into oncoming traffic and dies horrifically. There we go.
Okay. So we got. Okay. So no
Wait.
one thinks that he's
Best
gonna
excuse for
survive.
death.
Feel good story of the year.
Yeah,
Says Joe Emilio.
yeah.
Nothing makes my heart warm like a fender bender.
Hey, 1 in 44 says crash.
Yes, death.
He drives into a car or a lamppost.
Yeah,
Gavin
everybody's
says,
on board. I think everybody's
No, I'm thinking.
going to come
approaching-
pipe.
Is this in the Free State? And then it goes into a pothole. If that's the case, he's going into a pothole for sure.
It seems like we've lost Mikhail, unfortunately. I think he'll call back. But let's continue on.
No, Mickey, come back, Mickey. We
Right.
miss you.
Here we go.
Uh-huh.
Why is he still looking? What's wrong with the dude?
And then, oh, ah!
He's still going.
Oh, but he's not dead though. I missed.
Okay. No, he bumped. He stopped. Oh god.
Oh my gosh. So, wow.
But here's the thing, though. Like, he had right of way. So the truck had no business.
Yeah. Oh no, he has no business doing it. And he can go to his personal injury attorney. He's got it on film. He's like, look, he's right there. He can see me. Look, you're not going to do this. You're not going to get away with this, truck driver. Come on. It's right there. I got the evidence. Oh, you're going to pay. You're going to pay big, Mr. Truck Driver, Mr. Moneybags.
I got the best lawyer. He did the nacho cheese.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh no, this guy, and it's a whole truck full of prosciutto. So this guy did the prosciutto thing back in Italy. So this guy knows what he's doing. It's not his first rodeo or his first prosciutto.
Pony ride. Oh man, that's good evidence. That's good evidence.
It's Mickey.
He could.
Back.
Like Lazarus that went to home affairs, I have returned.
Yes.
I think you're on mute there, Joe.
Joe, we can't hear you.
Yeah. I think you might have disconnected or something.
Yep. No,
Still can't hear Joe.
I can't hear you.
It's actually quite pleasant.
Sorry.
All
All right. So what I was saying is, Mikhail hasn't watched it yet, so let's all be quiet. We'll let him watch it and see.
Okay.
Yeah, see what he thinks.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
No spoilers. Okay. Here we go.
Looking at the camera. Smile for the birdie. Well, cocker in a lorry first. Yep.
I kind of like the way he smashed the thing with his head. Oh, whoop.
Flop.
His head is still back, looking that way. I hope he's okay.
I can ride my bike with no handlebars. No handlebars.
Ouch.
That's funny.
And that is how the nachos fell off the truck.
All right, so with this next one, I want to know if any of you guys would have the cojones to do this one. So here we go.
Reverse bunch. Oh, that looks terrifying.
Whoa.
Yup.
Yeah.
That looks like so much fun.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
like so
Totally.
much.
100%.
Oh.
Now, I have a new realized fear, okay? So I don't know if anybody noticed, right? But
Yoink.
there's a point where the rope does get lower than, her.
Oh, so you're
Yeah,
falling
that's
now.
that's how elasticity works.
I don't know if I'd be comfortable with it. I don't know.
I know. I thought that sounds great because actually you're starting from because the worst part about bungee jumping is that you start from a high spot, so now you're starting from a low spot.
Yeah.
So that takes away the worst part
flying.
about bungee jumping.
But then you when you hit the peak and you start returning when you have that zero gravity feel, I'd imagine
Oh,
that's
yeah.
different. Because
Yeah,
That is also how you deliver food to the Indian shuttle on the moon.
But I mean,
Because science.
it'd be awesome too because you could do the whole like pose, like you could fly, you could Superman
Yeah, you can
fly.
Superman it.
You could just absolutely Superman it all the way up.
Because I would love to do things like that. I would love to be able to bungee jump and to do skydiving and to do that. It would be amazing if I could do that. But unfortunately, due to certain car accidents, I can't. It'd be great though. It looks so much fun.
You're bionic man, you got an entire.
Yeah, I know. Having crushed quite a few vertebrae in a car accident, it's advised that I should rather not.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Not too much shaky for you.
yeah.
On the other hand, as one of those motivational posters, you only walk once.
Well, it's awesome fun, and I'm sorry you can't do it because it is bungee jumping.
No,
at
I would love.
Blowcrans
I would
Bridge.
really. It's really on. It's on a bucket
awesome.
list. But sometimes
Yeah.
I do listen to reason and the crushed vertebrae. And I think that because as safe as it is, it's still a shock on your spine because you're going
Yeah.
essentially from terminal velocity to none.
True.
The skydiving would be way less stressful on your spine.
Oh, actually, it's true, right?
Yeah, because I mean, you have the pull, but it's not as nearly as sharp as a bungee jump.
Wait, have you skydived, Paul?
Yeah.
And bungee jumped?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I got a daredevil here.
Yeah, no, I did it. I took my daughter when she graduated from high school. My oldest daughter, she wanted to go skydiving for graduation, so I said as long as I can go too. So we went. I took her, and we had a great time. It was fantastic.
Have you, seeing as if you do bungee jumped, if is it outside Carlstorp or Ladysmith? It's basically one of the or outside Oudtshoorn. It's basically one of the highest bridges in the country.
No
You can bungee jump there.
Blowcrans Bridge
Tacoma?
is the highest one. That's just outside, like between Plett and towards PE, like past
Southern
Plett,
Hemisphere, I hear it.
just
I heard
inside the Eastern Cape.
Southern Hemisphere is the highest one.
It's the highest bridge-based bungee in the world and the second highest total bungee, like of all bungees. Yeah.
Crap. I didn't.
And what's bungee jumping like? I mean,
So I have a video of it somewhere on my Facebook somewhere. But anyway, you they get you up and you climb up underneath this bridge, and the worst part is getting out to the thing because it's a long ways down and you try not to look down and everything. And then they suit you up, they put you around all this stuff, and they attach you, like 6 people helping you. Like it's like you just trust the system. Like you just trust that the system.
Did you
work, right?
bungee jump in South Africa?
Yeah, at Belcrest Bridge. Yeah,
And you trusted it?
I know that was my first mistake.
Joe, he could. He doesn't use electricity.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and the nice thing about Blokran's bungee, so the worst thing about bungee jumping is the pull, right? It's the shock at the end. And so the rope for the bungee is actually on the other side of the bridge. So you jump from this side. So when you fall down, you sort of swing back like that, rather than going boing.
Right.
So that helps with some of that pull. But geez, you hang upside down for like a minute and a half while they winch somebody down to get you, 2 minutes or whatever, and then pull you up, and you're still upside down for long. So that's the most uncomfortable part. But it's pretty crazy. I mean, yeah, you just jump off of a perfectly good bridge. And
Is there like a dietary recommendation for like the 24 hours before you jump off?
no, man, no.
On the terminal velocity.
Dude, they've had people like in their 80s jump off this thing, and it's former President George H.W. Bush did it.
What?
Yeah,
No, I gotta do it.
yeah,
In South Africa?
yeah. He did it off the Blokrans Bridge. Yeah, and it was prudent at this juncture. It was prudent. Yeah, so he did that. Yeah, so.
Someone threw
Just for the people here, does anyone know what, when they refer to base jumping, what the base stands for? Paul, you might know.
Antenna something, bridge antenna.
Yeah.
I
Skyscraper.
forgot what it is. Yeah, something. I don't remember what the whole thing is.
So it's bridges, antennas, skyscrapers, and Earth.
Oh,
So
it's
basically
an acronym.
from canyons and
Oh, okay, yeah,
Oh shit! I had no idea.
yeah.
It's like that logo thing we did a couple of weeks ago, but with words.
But
Huh?
That's how
The logo thing we did a couple of weeks ago. We were looking at.
Oh, yes.
There's a unicorn in that Starbucks thing.
I just like that we're doing humor now, but with words. Yeah. So, thank goodness we've graduated to words.
we have evolved on this channel. There's
Before,
hope.
months ago, years ago, it was just fart sounds and special effects and sound effects. But now we've used our words. That's great. Somebody threw a bone up in the air. We go, oh my gosh! They evolved.
I would really like to know your guys' thoughts on this next video. It's a bit of a long video, but it's entertaining throughout. Enjoy this, okay? Not that one. Enjoy this, okay? Here we go.
We can't hear it.
Volume there.
I can't even word me.
Let me just also set the scene here. So, the guy you just heard is asking someone to give him a 360-degree view of the pan. This pan, or this person that he's talking to, is selling the pan on Marketplace. Okay, so.
But we couldn't hear any of what he just said.
Yeah.
Oh, you couldn't hear anyone?
No.
Yeah. Johnny,
There was some mumbling, but that was it.
Yeah.
Maybe that volume on the.
Can you guys still not hear?
It's very
Still
faint.
mumbling.
Very faint.
That's weird, man.
But they all, if I actually make the effort to go full screen, there are little subtitles at the bottom as well.
Were you guys not able to hear the previous videos? Was there no
No,
sound?
we could hear it.
No, we could hear them, but this is very, very faint.
And this one's much fainter.
Let me see. All right, I
In the library.
might have to do this another way.
Your pan. I don't want to shine my pan. I don't know what is it. Can we just make it up our own story?
Or you just like the adults from any Peanuts
All right. Let me do this another way. Hold on.
Well, I think you'd write a better punch up than most of the current striking Hollywood writers. if
apparently
you get a compliment too.
yeah,
Paul.
the Peanuts Christmas pan special.
By the way, my favorite thing to ask people in Facebook Marketplaces, my favorite thing is to say, "Is this still available?" And if they say yes, you say, "I'm not surprised." And then, that's it.
And then you like a gift of your choice.
The title of this video is "Out of the Frying Pan and Into the Fire Festival."
I can't believe that thing is still back up, eh?
Oh, it isn't really. Dude, the dude is just addicted to the hustle. He's like,
he can't help himself, can he? Like, but what else is he gonna do? Like,
are we talking about Trump or are we talking about the Fire Festival? I'm just confused. Sorry.
All right.
Well, the one could lead to the other.
I
They did set shit on fire at the 6th of January. So
That was the Fire Festival. Ooh.
exactly.
You think you could send me a quick like 360?
Is the sound better now?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Perfect.
There we go.
Perfect.
Someone fixed it.
Okay. Here we go.
What a technical masterpiece.
Lekker chom.
Here we go.
You think you could send me a quick like 360 video of the pan? Just want to make sure everything looks well with it before I come get it. Thank you.
Zoop. Zop.
Just wait for it.
What is happening with the breathing?
I know.
That was a lot of
Oh
breathing.
wow.
No, that guy.
Really
Yeah, you
appreciate
can
the
hear
video.
that guy sighing.
Think you could send me
absolutely
another.
hear that guy's sighing because why?
Okay,
Yeah.
play the response. What did he say?
Video. Think you could send me another quick video of you melting a little butter in the pan? I just want to see how the butter's gonna melt. Thank you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of breathing. Is it being filmed by a dog?
He's doing his Darth Vader. Luke, I am your chef.
And the breathing is a bit weird. I imagine he's holding the phone like right here while he's recording.
Would you like to have your eggs over easy?
Hold on.
Come to the long side. We have all.
I love the sound the butter makes when it sizzles. Yeah, I could pick it up today. You think you could send me another quick video of an egg frying though? I hate when my eggs stick to the pan. Thank you.
I'm just like, nope.
Oh wow. Really appreciate your honesty. I had a feeling you were going to say that. It's just that my wife's a little picky when it comes to frying my eggs. She just wants to make sure it's not going to stick. I don't like when it sticks either, too, though. Thank you.
He's actually made the effort.
No, come on.
He's doing the thing.
Do that. Leave the egg in place.
Oh, but look how non-stick it is. Oh my gosh, I would buy this pan.
So, take my money. Who's this guy? Who is this guy?
This
Wait,
guy's an
guys.
influencer. He should film like all sorts of things and breathe over it while he's doing it.
Yeah, hold on. Wait
Sounds like
for
an
it.
asthmatic cat. What's going on?
Wait for it.
Chewbacca filmed it.
Look at that egg frying. My apologies if I'm making you out of breath with my requests. Do you think you could send me one last quick video of you, like, giving a steak a little sear? Just want to make sure I'm going to be able to use it for dinner tonight. Thank you.
Oh my god.
Here we go, guys.
Someone has too much time. Both ends.
Wait.
I'm invested. I'm invested. This is
But it's
better.
a T-bone. He's gonna ruin a T-bone for this thing. Oh my gosh.
Oh my
And
goodness.
Oh, when
apparently
Seinfeld-
Seinfeld is here as well. Apparently
gotta-
Seinfeld is here.
You got to understand. In America, you have to take out a loan for a steak like that. Okay, like
What is that? Like,
that's a flipping big T-bone. So that's like yours, like 500 gram T-bone.
it's not the best cut of a T-bone. Look how small
No,
that
it's not
fillet
the
is.
best. But I'm just saying. But I'm saying it's like a 500 gram T-bone, right?
it's not a
Yeah,
And-
it's a
and-
thick cut.
yeah.
It's
And
not
then-
it's not a prosciutto. Let's put it that way.
No, it's no prosciutto. I hope nobody slips, and the butter can be hot. But yeah, but I'm just saying, you got to understand that steak right now in the States is like twice the price that it is here, at least twice the
Wow.
price.
Okay.
So, like, yeah. That's
All right.
hectic
Well,
price.
let's see what happens next.
Why would you put the oil there?
He went for it.
All right. This is the most important part.
Oh no.
Oh wow, really appreciate the video, but it looks like I'm gonna have to pass. My girlfriend doesn't really like how you held the steak with your hand and then just put it on the pan like that. Thank you.
Man, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm reporting you.
To the FBI. Yeah.
Or Gordon Ramsay.
I bet you he's calling his lawyer, hey?
Yes.
Gonna make you a steak you can't refuse.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. All
You
that
gonna-
for a pan.
Yeah, that's
No.
You can't do that in South Africa because even after the first request you would get a push club online. It's like a slap.
It makes, like, I think, I have a theory. The guy who was selling the pan clearly didn't have anyone else on the line. Like, there was no other interest.
Right.
Because this guy
You know what's
is,
this?
making an effort. Like, if I was the guy, right, and there's like two other people that want this pan, I'm just gonna ignore the other guys asking me to do
the other guy. I'm like,
cooking instructions.
Yeah, I'm going to actually, unfortunately for my reputation, have a slightly Grinch moment in my hard group 3
Did it?
times.
Wouldn't-
How desperate do you need to be for money that you have to
Sell
sell
a
a
pan.
pan on marketplace and then go through all that effort to hope that sale goes through?
I got a backstory for you. The pan belonged to his ex-boyfriend who stole his testicles at his fridge. So he needs to get rid of this bitch.
Right. That's why it's not a pork steak, because he's Muslim. She's Muslim. Because they are now Muslim.
I can no longer
testicle
use this anniversary pan anymore.
lesbians.
Although, like, let's be honest though, it was a nice pan. Like,
That's a great pan. That's
Yeah.
a nice pan. You cannot deny that is a nice pan.
Family.
The only problem I have is with anyone from any nation of any designation that does steak in a fucking pan. That is no why.
Sometimes you gotta go.
Sometimes
Yeah,
you put a steak in a pan.
no,
I made steak
I
tonight.
No,
I made
I-
voodoo
I-
steak tonight
fucking
in a
don't.
pan.
no, I agree with Mikhail on this one. As a
Steak on fire,
Yeah?
my guy. I'm fucking
yeah,
sorry.
like I gotta
you
agree
go
with Mikhail on this
caveman
one.
with the steak. You go fucking caveman. You
I'm not
reject
saying that I haven't
See,
made a
return
steak
to
in a
Mongol.
pan, but I have and I do. But steak on fire or
Steak on fire is
barbecue or
better. I
braai
get it.
is better.
Sometimes you don't have a 3-hour window in which to make dinner.
No, I
So
agree.
you'd like
I
to.
agree.
I'd like to just put the pan on.
See, you've not fully become South African, and that is where you have failed. You will always have 3 hours spare to braai a steak, my guy.
Yeah, because you're not working.
What about a griddle pan, Mikhail?
No, that's still sacrilege. You are still a fucking heathen.
No. I disagree.
If you
Mikhail
fucking
is a
laws-
purist with his meat. That's the thing.
Yeah, my mod.
But these are
I
the
would
kind of
have-
hard hitting takes that people tune in for this right here, right now.
You make. Thing is, I don't care if you get home at 9 o'clock at night after work. You will fucking make a fire, and if you have to eat 1 o'clock in the morning, it's a fucking tit. But you will braai your steak, my guy.
I will say this for South Africans specifically, the Afrikaner community, they have all the time in the world for a braai. My brother-in-law, Dick Afrikaans, he loves to braai, and if you let him, he'll braai until tomorrow, and the meat won't even be on the fire yet. So
I make a point of it. I make a point of it because the missus and I take turns cooking. I make a point of it when it's my turn, once in the week. The one, depending on the turns, doesn't matter whether it's a Monday or a Thursday, whenever. At some point in the week, I have to braai for dinner. Midweek, I do not care. I will braai for dinner, regardless of what time I get home.
Okay. I think the ribbed cast iron pan that somebody has suggested is that's what I use, and it's great. It's fantastic. Works perfectly.
You are still.
I use the same.
Do that. Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's fantastic.
It's on a braai grid or nothing.
I'm telling you,
Braai
my kudu steak that I just had disagrees with you. Okay, I'm telling you, it was delicious. It was delicious. So,
I must admit, for a man of God, you are absolutely fine with going to hell. Apparently,
I was unaware of the braai requirement. Okay,
the fucking is.
If
If you were raised in Gia Church, if you were raised in Gia Kerk, you do not fucking do a steak in a pan. Back to Limpopo with you, my guy.
Oh my gosh! Wow, I'm a heretic. That's okay. I'm okay with that.
It's okay, Paul.
You shall be burned at the stake.
We still love you.
On the braai, burned with the steak.
Brittle.
Steak. I don't know why we braai with pre-burnt wood. I don't know why they do that.
Because they are soft and squishy. They're like soties, but worse.
They burn longer, right?
Yeah, I mean they burn long. It's more controlled, but it doesn't taste as good. I braai personally on wood, but when I was in the States, you just have I had a natural gas barbecue, and just fired it up outdoor grill. It's fantastic.
You were living your best. You were living your best King of the Hill life with your.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Reggie, bring me some steaks. Reggie, yeah, propane and propane accessories. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
No, exactly. And then we had a smoker too. We had smoked things as well. I need to get a smoker. Smoking's the best. That's the best.
Yeah, but smoking, you can make a smoker at home though. It's not too difficult.
There's smokers and then there's smokers. Like my brother has a smoker that is controlled by an app that has
modern ones.
Yeah, you load like pellets into one end of it, and then it you change the temperature. It pulls more of the pellets into there to make more smoke and everything. It runs all night because when you're smoking something, it takes sometimes 20 hours to smoke it. So you're not going to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning doing that. So
I must admit, one of 44's comment, he understands. With that last comment, he understands what a braai should be.
Yeah, I agree.
It's someone at my door. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Bye then.
Wow.
It's the inappropriate Mr. Delivery Man is now rolled up at Peter's place.
Oh my!
He's going to ask Peter for the tip, but just the tip.
It's good. Oh gosh! Oh.
I'm trying to organize something here, but it's not. I guess this is the best it's gonna get. I really wish Peter was here now. I'll wait for him.
Hold on, I can hear him coming back.
Oh wow, you can hear him coming back.
Do, 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 do.
Debbie asks, "Is that like a Weber or a Weber?"
What's the Weber? Well, we do those as well. My brother had one of those. I had like the big, like the one where the lid comes off like that. And it's got natural gas elements underneath.
So your normal like mom and pop white picket fence hamburger patty.
Yeah, you make hamburgers and hot dogs.
Peter, was that your naughty delivery boy?
No.
Did you give him just a tip, Peter? Did you just give him a tip?
No. He's on the payroll. What you talking about?
All right, Peter.
That
I'm
makes
glad
it
you're.
so much worse.
I'm glad, I'm glad you're back because I want to show you something. So I just got a message from someone, a fan of the show, I'll say, and sent me an interesting picture of a friend of ours.
All right.
Oh shit! Is Bevan being arrested again?
Nice.
Oh, all right.
There we go. Okay, that's me.
Why do you look so different?
That is so terrifying.
Because it was like 6 years ago, probably.
You look like a trans woman in transition.
Wait.
No, do you know what? Do you know what face that is? That's the face of someone that thinks that the audition for Wayne's World went well, but actually,
Dude, I lived Wayne's World. Okay. I don't know the
body
audition
on
for it.
Garth. Yeah, body on Garth.
No, this is
Wayne's World,
this
Wayne's
is
World.
apparently the day before you bungee jumped, right?
No, this is like me suiting up, getting ready
Oh.
for the bungee.
Oh, Atik, is this actually at Blokrans?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up? Shit.
Yeah. So, fan of the show. Fan of the show. I'll be talking to that fan of the show a little bit later.
That must have been a really good, really good hair day. Like, all of that.
Yeah, I used to have longer hair, man. It's just what I did. That's what I did.
As he went down, the music was maybe it's Maybelline.
No, I definitely I was definitely going for the Pocahontas pose as I went off. So I definitely went for the yes, absolutely, yes. And my hair was luxuriously flying back.
And your thoughts were in slow mo.
Oh, absolutely, yes. Yeah.
He was
There's a
doing,
bit of a watercolor
he was doing that
effect.
scene. He was doing that scene from the third Aladdin movie when Genie jumps out of the airplane. Geronimo, Navajos, the Alamo, Pocahontas.
Mikhail's watched that movie quite a lot.
Dude, it's a banger. It's a really good movie.
It is a
I
good
don't
movie.
care if it went. I don't care if it went straight to video. It's one of my. I actually prefer the third Aladdin movie over the first one.
Okay, I'm gonna.
No,
I'm
the
gonna.
third one's good.
I'm gonna go ahead and say I didn't know there was a second Aladdin movie, let alone a third one. So
Yeah,
Dude,
so you have Aladdin,
Revenge of Jafar.
Yeah, so you have
And
Aladdin, then you
the-
have Return of Jafar, which was straight to video,
Yeah,
and then you had
and then
Aladdin
the-
and the King of 40 Thieves, which happens to be his dad.
Yeah,
Wow. These
I had them on VHS. I had all of them.
Robin
I
Williams.
still have them on VHS. Yeah, Robin
Blissfully
Williams is still the
ignorant.
genie
Yeah.
in the third movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
He wasn't the genie in the second one, though, right? I don't think he was the voice of the genie in the second one.
No, but he was in the third one.
Yeah, he was in the
one,
third
he-
one.
he
Yeah,
came back
they
for
like
the
got
third
him back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just very weirded out because I'm in one corner of the screen and I'm in the middle. Thank you. I mean, there's no such thing as too much me, but I was getting a little bit weird. So. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
To the
I
fan of
miss
the
my
show.
long hair.
sorry.
Miss your long hair.
I miss my long hair. I could grow it back out.
Are you gonna grow it back out?
I don't know. Maybe. As long as I still can. I mean,
Does
hey,
does your
I still
wife
have hair.
does your wife prefer the long hair?
I don't know. I think she does. Yeah, actually.
Okay.
After the show, he's going to go Oscar now.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be talking about.
Reaffirmation.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta. Hold on, I'm just checking out something quickly. Yeah, here we go. Man, I don't know what to make of this.
Okay.
I'm worried. I'm so worried.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Paranoia sits in.
Oh my gosh. I had longer hair. Jeez, what the?
That looks good.
Hey, he's on his he's on his way to an Offspring concert. That's why he's taking that look.
I think that's that's a Mumford and Sons sort of like
No, that's not a Mumford and Sons look. No.
Yeah, because I don't have a banjo in my hand, so yeah, that can't be a Mumford.
That is. No, that's more. That's not an Offspring look. That's a Simple Plan look.
Wait,
Okay.
there we go. That's better.
Oh my gosh, what are we doing here? How has this gone so wrong? Like, everything was
he's
fine.
on his way. Or he's on his way to line dancing, like the first time ever. Not really sure what he needs to wear, but he's got like a fair idea. He knows flannel's in right now, but
You do look like a typical '90s punk rock kind of
It's the
poster boy.
Yeah.
The glasses make you look nerdy, though. Like, you're that kind of like. I'm not sure he's a bad boy. He could be a nice guy. I don't know.
He's got Neil deGrasse Tyson on his top 5 of in MySpace.
Why would I have Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Because you want to go for that punk rock look, but you really love physics. Yeah,
I mean, I'm not saying it's not true, but I'm just saying, how did you
look?
How did you know?
How did you know?
She does like my longer. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks, baby.
The question was, does she prefer it, though? Not if she likes it, but does she prefer it?
Oh, my God.
He looks like a skater boy. She said, see you later, boy. Were you ever a skater boy?
No, I didn't skate at all.
I did.
I know you're a skater, but I'm not. I didn't skate.
Oh yeah.
Back in the skating thing didn't catch like until the 80s, and I was already like in high school at that point. So like, yeah. So I kind of,
did you catch up? Video games, was it for you?
Yeah, we had a Pong machine in the 70s. We had a Pong thing, and I played it, Atari 2600 and all that stuff. So yeah, I started with like the first video games. Yeah,
Peter, you do realize he was there when fire was created.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm glad. I'm just glad she shared that picture with my hair, because I used to have even worse haircuts. So I'm okay with that one. And Jen,
Jen, if you're still watching.
Hey,
no.
Here's a super chat.
I'm gonna be honest. In the words of the great emperor, do it.
Do it. So Cameron says we should have a moment of silence for the late Derek Watts. What do you guys think?
Not with Mikkel at the time on here.
No, fuck.
Good grief. Good gracious. It's a moment of silence. He's going to wedge in there. Joe, come on.
Here we go.
I think your wife hates you, dude. Listen, I can't deny the birthday girl. Not that it's her birthday, but her birthday is after mine, by the way, so it's easy to remember.
Yeah.
That's Joe's way of hinting that he just had a birthday. Happy birthday, Joe.
Thank you.
Did I wish you happy birthday?
What did Mikal say?
Did I wish you happy birthday? I can't remember.
No, nobody did. Says.
Oh my gosh! This is the saddest story ever.
I must admit, usually Facebook tells me, but I didn't get a reminder.
I was thinking too.
That's all right. Don't worry. It was still a special day, and I was happy with it. Let's see. I'm just trying to set up this this amazing picture gifted to us by. I think you're gonna like it. Like, I don't think you're gonna be shy about this, Paul. Like, I think you're gonna own it. I think you're going to defend it. I think, unless this is photoshopped and it's not real,
okay,
then I'm sorry. but it was sent to me. Okay. But yeah, I think you're gonna like it, man. I think you're gonna defend it. I really do. You ready?
Sure.
Can you be?
All right.
Yeah, really. I mean, on one level, I'm ready because it's me. Okay, there we go. Okay, that wasn't. Yeah, that's
Hey!
a lot.
That's great.
I just think he looks like he's 14 years old.
Thank you. That's like 44 in that picture, probably.
You got the bangs over there.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Ultimately, that's why I cut my hair, because I couldn't stand it in my eyes all the time, and then especially in my mouth, because you try to eat and you get hair in your mouth. That drove me nuts. So eventually, that's why I cut it. So that's why I don't have long hair.
Paul Wayland Lee. Is this like a band solo thing? What?
Yeah, I did an album, like an EP thing. Yeah,
nice.
like 11 years ago. So yeah,
That's the guitar behind you, isn't it?
No, that's a very similar guitar to that one, but because I love that guitar, I borrowed that from a guy for that picture, and I've always loved it. It's a Gibson Hummingbird, and then I got that one. So,
I figured it was
my own. It's so stunning.
Thank you so much, Debbie Murray, for the 140 rand Sasa Chat, saying happy birthday, Joe. Enjoy celebrating you too. Thank you. Thank you so much, Debbie. It really means a lot. And she also says, country bumpkin singer.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll take that. Absolutely. Like, if bumpkin was a genre, I would rule it. Like that's it.
Jen says the rest of you wish you could look like that at 44.
Yeah.
Listen,
Thanks, baby.
I think I know Jen. She would never embarrass Paul. Even
She
if
would totally embarrass me. Are you kidding me?
I don't think so. No.
Challenge accepted. In the
Yeah. Jen, do you have an embarrassing photo of Paul?
No. Get out. Get out.
I'm stunned that he is older than me. Yeah, he's quite the elder.
I'm decrepit. I used to be crepit. Now I've been decrepit. So
Thank you, Gavin. Yeah. So, Mikhail, you saw the photo, right?
Yeah, I did. And before some whale in the Congo in the canyon ate my line speed, I said that photo of Paul looks like every single generic up and coming Afrikaans music artist CD cover when they released like their opening album.
the funny thing is, but that's exactly what I asked for. Like, I was like, "Hey, photographer, can you make it look like the most generic up and coming Afrikaans singers that South Africa?" Like, that's really the feel that I'm going for, and they nailed it. They nailed it.
So apparently, what Paul does good, Darren covers apparently.
Oh yeah. Captain Span the Sailor.
No.
Captain says Maynard.
The thing is, apparently, she's become a minor.
I don't know. It's close enough.
That is, I reckon that has tremendous crossover in Michigan. I think.
I mean, my two of my girls have been here multiple times to the States, and from the States to here, and they love Captain. Like, they go back there and play it for their friends, and they love that song. Yeah. So
I will say that Paul does have a band. I think he has, like, I don't know how many bands you have, but like I know you have one band, your band, and they take rock songs or whatever, like good classic rock songs, and give it a bit of a southern country song twist to it. I went to go watch once. I was mighty impressed. And if you're in the Cape Town area and you follow Paul on social media, please do go check him out next time he's playing. It's worth it. It's worth it. So I didn't think it was gonna be nice. No, because I was trying to imagine, like, because sometimes in my car, I, for fun, will do that with song. Like, I'll sing along, but I'll put like a southern twang to it. But I intentionally go very redneck. because I'm bored and I want to have some fun. So I thought that's how it was gonna be, right? Like I thought you were gonna go really, like I lost my honey in a gray bar. Yeah,
No, keep going, Joe. Keep going. Just wait for me to. Let me go hit record on something.
So Paul basically has like Steven Seagulls, but just with like a slightly lighter vibe to it. Or am I a bit far off?
No, he's got a great voice. Paul has a great voice.
No, there's a band called Steve and Seagulls, and they do like your southern with fiddling and banjos, and they do covers. So they do a very
No, I haven't heard
great
them before.
AC/DC. So it's Stephen and then apostrophe N and then Seagulls.
Okay.
That's a-
I'm checking them out. So we do an AC/DC song too. So I'm
I think they do Thunderstruck, but they do the whole. So they've got the banjo, they've got the washboard.
Sounds-
you actually have a guy playing the spoons, but the cover is really, 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 really good.
We do more like the band sounds like the band, like so it's basically AC/DC.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah,
But I'm just singing the way
in
I
a
sing.
southern accent.
Oh, right.
So which I think
Country.
sometimes makes it like it brings the lyrics out a little bit. So when you hear, she was a fast machine. She kept her motor clean. She was the best damn
Okay.
woman that I ever seen. Anyway, it becomes a kind of a different setting.
Yeah.
Sort of. So yeah, it works. You can take some songs that aren't honky tonk songs, but they should be honky tonk songs, and make them into honky tonk songs. So like Every Breath You Take is a great honky tonk song.
Right.
Every breath you take. It sounds great. So that's what we do. We take songs that aren't country songs and make them into country songs, make some rock songs, make them, we do that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
When
but
is your
check out,
next
like I
gig?
said,
Yeah. Do it. I don't know when the next gig is. We went to America and we haven't booked a gig yet. So we're trying to recover from all the craziness of being back from that. So
Yeah,
anyway,
no worries.
I'll let you know.
We'll look at the summer. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we should be playing this summer for sure.
Didn't you say that Peter wanted to be your opening act? So maybe there's an opportunity there.
You can do some stand up before we go.
I'm happy to talk about balls in the fridge.
We'll talk about it. All right, we'll talk.
You should actually do a collab with Peter's brother, Sam.
Sam,
be Sam's very talented.
yeah, his brother's also a musician. He also loves to just come jam and watch. So I think,
Cool.
yeah, I want to invite him over to one of your shows, man.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
He was on my show during lockdown, played a few songs and stuff. Very, very nice. I've actually had Peter's whole family on my show. No joking.
Yeah, that's good.
yeah.
Right.
So all the other actually talented people.
Yeah.
Hey,
If I remember correctly, it's Mary Sawanga, Sam Sawanga. Oh man, I can't remember the other sister.
Annie, did you have Annie on?
And Annie on, yeah.
And if you combine all of them, they become a Megazord.
Mega Sawanga.
All right.
Yeah. So we got about 6 minutes left, guys. It's been a fun show. I'm not ending it right now. I'm just saying it's been a fun show.
I'm liking the new look. I'm liking the new interface. Yeah, I'm bringing it up again.
Thank you.
I'm giving you a compliment again. Ill-timed, but
I think it looks good. I think it adds a bit of
Professionalism. And then the
Yes.
panel arrives.
Ruins the whole thing.
faces.
You can't polish a turd, but you can roll it in glitter.
and it makes it sparkly.
So shiny.
What else was I gonna say now before?
We are
I can't
now
remember.
literally talking cock.
Yeah.
That's
There
what
we go.
We've actually gone to literal.
Two elephants that fall off a cliff.
Yeah, man.
crazy.
No. I want to. It's actually. Oh yeah, we were talking about why is 1 in 44 saying?
Wait, what?
Okay, don't know.
I think he's having a stroke.
We were actually
You spell toast.
we were actually talking about the whole concept of freedom of speech and that whole thing.
Oh yes.
But it's too late to bring that up now in the 4th minute before the show ends.
I don't know if we go a minute or two over. I don't think the world will end. Not that I'm aware of.
Do you really want to take that chance, though?
Unless Skynet is watching, yes.
Well,
Pretty sure they are.
what more can be said about it? I mean, people must be able to say what they have to say, and but where's the line? I guess maybe that's where it is. I don't think that's ever going to be quite figured out if we are going to have these kinds of conversations and completely reject context. You can't have this kind of stuff in isolation. So context if context is not part of the conversation, free speech is not. Is it? I don't think you come to an agreement without context.
Okay, so
I don't know. I would summarize it as basically freedom of speech, but just use some common sense. Okay, obviously that differs from person to person, but I think.
Yeah.
what are the
you should-
what are the ramifications if free speech was absolute? So in terms of like there was no limitations, right? Like we let people say what they wanted to say. Yeah.
Okay, I think to clarify, I think the ramifications could possibly be almost nothing if you made people actually understand what freedom of speech is and what it means. I'm going to simplify it. Being a dick on a Call of Duty server does not equal freedom of speech. That's just being a dick. But you'll have those type of people that will be dicks about something, and then they will shout freedom of speech as a defense. For freedom of speech to be effective and not actually have ramifications, maybe a bit of you'll rub a few people up the wrong way, but that because we differ way too much to agree on everything and anything every single day.
Yeah.
But I think people should, if you can at least educate people to understand what freedom of speech actually is and what it means and what it is in practice, then in theory there shouldn't actually be major ramifications for it.
It's a bit of a dilemma, isn't it? Because you kind of need freedom of speech in order to tell people about freedom of speech who don't necessarily agree with you about freedom of speech. It's almost it's like
here's-
lose if you lose and you lose. But if you win, you lose and you lose. So I suppose, but I agree with you. But I do think that maybe you're speaking about responsibility, accountability for your own speech. Because if there are consequences, I guess the reason for freedom of speech is because of the types of speech that you wouldn't agree with necessarily. I wouldn't be against a compliment right now.
Hold on. So Slippery Pickle might not agree with what you have to say. I might not agree with what you have to say, but I'll fight to the death for your right to say it. I prefer my Nazi out in the open, not hidden in some basement.
Yeah. I mean, they don't tan very well, so.
Except those that went to Argentina, though.
Wow. And he's got a point, though. He's got a point. Hey, Slippery Pickle. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm in two minds about it because it's the whole thing with Julius Malema, right? He brings the topic of free speech into conversation. And I think there's... I think it was my wife who actually said it on Twitter. Like, there's a difference between hate speech in terms of like, saying someone's an idiot or whatever, and which is not, you can say that, and then inciting violence because you're telling people to do something, an act which is going to lead to to possible murder.
Freedom. Sorry, Paul.
Because I think we're sort of mixing things. We're like saying, because incitement to violence and directing people to assault other people is in itself illegal. So you don't have to cry free speech, violate their free speech. But so it's like somebody saying, talking to their hitman that they're going to hire. Hey, could you bump off my my business partner or whatever? You can pay 20, and then they come and they're going to arrest him and say, sorry guys, free speech.
Free speech.
Say what I want.
Use the whole movie.
Yeah. So that doesn't work. It's illegal. The thing you were speaking about is illegal, not the speech itself, but the thing that you were planning. So
yeah, there's a every basically it coincides every time with when Halley's Comet passes the Earth. So every couple of hundred years, you will find a little ounce of wisdom on Twitter. Give it 583 years. Someone made the statement that, and it's actually very, very sage. Freedom of speech does not mean free of consequences.
Exactly.
For example, I was raised in a home that words actually mean something. Words mean things. So shortly at one of my places of employment, I had a colleague that openly threatened me in front of staff. And my reaction was, okay, I will take your threat seriously. Let's then take this outside. You have threatened me with physical violence, then let's go sort this out. Then, unfortunately, with physical violence. Did he have a right, from a speech point of view, to say that he wanted to say? Yes. But it did not mean that he was free of any consequences thereafter.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's so many things that are like that. So, they've legalized smoking marijuana. Okay, but it's still illegal to drive under the influence of a drug. Like, so that, I mean, so that you now, sure, you're legally able to buy this and sell it, whatever you have to do. In lots of states in America, it's that way. But still, it's just like alcohol, which is legal to own, legal to drink, legal to these, there's certain regulations around it, but there's mostly legal. But you're still not able to drive under the influence. So you have these consequences that come along with it. That's normal. That's fine.
Yeah, you shouldn't be allowed to do brain surgery after 3 mimosas. Breathe. Come on. You don't.
I mean,
Get a judo.
So the thing is so Paul and I are basically saying the same thing, is that if you should be able to, for example, openly speak out against whether it's a regime, whether it's a social movement, whether it's a political movement, whether it's a trend that's going on, you're allowed to say your say. Mm-hmm. But if your say has violence within it, so for example, as someone said in the comments, you say that, and he should, I will fight for him to have a platform to be able to say that. But being able to stand on that flat platform and essentially defend farm murders, there should be consequences for that. You should be able to allow it to say it, but you need to understand that there are consequences to certain things that you say. Yeah. Doesn't mean I'm not taking away your right to say it at all. You still have the right to say it, but you need to understand that certain things, there will be a reaction to that action.
Yeah, especially when it's political speech. You go ahead, Joel. You were saying.
Sorry, I'm going to actually end the show because I need to go. And we can continue this conversation perhaps in the next episode of Comedians Roast the Headlines. So, ladies and gentlemen, I was joined tonight by R. Kelly. That's on to my left. And then below me was Ocean. Oh, is it K. Relly? Sorry.
I'm not that other guy.
It's less Dixie.
I was also joined by the man below me is the Ocean Titan Safety Inspector, so he did a phenomenal job. And your name here was also
contact me for sponsorship opportunities.
Did you rehearse that? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, we will be back next week. If not, we will be back on a Thursday at some point. So, ladies and gentlemen, just subscribe and keep an eye on my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and thank you for all the super chats or Sasa chats, ladies and gentlemen. You guys have been very generous tonight. Thank you guys so much. They really do mean a lot to us. Thank you so much for everybody watching. Slippery Pickle, Debbie Murray, Gavin Calmer, Cameron Engelbrecht. We had 41 in one. Jenny Lee was here. Or sorry, one of 44 was here. And we had Valerie Cooper at one point as well. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you hopefully next week. Good night.
Cheers.
Ta-ta.